and welcome to the Daily with your girl Draya Love for Wednesday, July 10th, 2019. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. It's always good to see you. So let's take a few minutes, check in with Spirit, see what God's trying to say to me, see if something that comes up may resonate for you and give you something to focus on for the day while we run around in our busy lives. We're going to check in with the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle deck today right here. And the card that we got in the pre-shuffle is number 17. It's consciousness, and 17 is my number. My birthday's October 17th, so I'm a 17 baby. And actually, just to show you guys, this Metatron circle that I hold a lot, actually it relates to this whole consciousness, sacred activation, sacred geometry thing. So this kind of, yeah, it's a whole manifestation thing, but it's linked into consciousness and into source. So yeah, it's a thing. Okay, consciousness, here we go. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on the multidimensional aspects that show up so we can include them into our current reality in this 3D world. So consciousness can be described as a state of awareness, focused attention, and wherever we direct our attention, it's going to dominate our minds. You guys should already know that though. Like the universe, consciousness is alive, forever expanding, breathing, morphing. Consciousness reflects reality, and reality reflects consciousness in return. In this new energy, our consciousness is rapidly expanding, and it holds the awareness of the multidimensional aspects of our reality. We are increasingly capable of multi-directing our attention to many different layers at the same time, providing us with a deep, rich experience about every moment. We no longer receive input solely through the senses that are closely connected to our physical body alone. We receive communication beyond the body through intuitive thought, intuitive knowing, and intuitive feeling. Light and consciousness are closely connected. They both have quantum attributes and are nonlinear. Light's an energy that can be created through consciousness, and consciousness can create light in return. Light influences our awareness, our perception, our consciousness, and therefore our reality. Y'all know light's a language, right? The center of our consciousness image shows the place of birth, where light bursts out of the core to spread into various planes of reality. The bright purple indicates the connection to source, and the yellow spheres refer to our sense of self emerging from source and expanding out to the flower of life grid, the basis of our three-dimensional reality. So the blue in this image refers to a deep, dark universe, the origin everything shows up in to from our reality. So since everything's also in motion, so is our consciousness, like a breath, morphing and changing, expanding. And the color could flow from blue into purple, into red, into yellow, and so on. So I want you guys to try this real quick. We're going to practice going from inside to outside. So take a moment to mentally scan your body. And I want you to check out like the physical sensations that you guys are feeling. I want you to check in with your body and see what you're physically feeling. Just make note of that. Then I want you to go inside and do that with your heart. Do the same thing. Check out what emotions you're actually feeling. So you're deciphering between the physicality, this 3D, your heart, your internal, which your intuition speaks through. And then we're going to go ahead and move our awareness out of our body, away from our body, and filling the space around your body. And I want you to practice the awareness from what goes on inside you to what goes on out of you. Because a lot of the time we run around this world and we don't really realize that there's things happening inside we feel, and then things happening outside, but we don't know how to separate the outside feelings from us. Trying to feel what's our feeling, like what's somebody else's energy versus what's our own energy. So these types of practices will not only get you in touch with your body, it will get you in touch with what you're feeling, with what you need to hear, with what your intuition's trying to speak to you through your heart and through that layered level of consciousness that we all have access to. And if we're able to really tap into our body, tap into our heart, and realize that consciousness does flow through us. We are multi-dimensional beings, y'all. We've been here before and we'll be here after. Once we get our body in shape, once we clear it mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, we're able to care for it. We're able to make this the beautiful vessel that it is to hear and communicate through spirit and through this multidimensionality that we actually do have the capability of communicating through. Then we're able to find out that we really are incredible vessels of knowing and of being and of manifesting should we clear these vessels and enable them to hear and to operate at the level that we're supposed to be able to operate on. So do what you can to practice the internal and external feeling, to link yourself up with the universal consciousness, again, that we all have access to, and see what that may feel like for you. See where you can separate yourself from and see what you can connect yourself into. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. As always, I love sharing my day with you. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, pass this on to somebody who needs a little bit of spirit, who's too busy in their day with their head in the sand. Make them shake out. Realize there's more beyond the eye, and there's more to working and paying bills. So wake up. Check my website out, drayalove.com. Book appointments there with me. All my socials are there. My blog, resources, learning. Y'all will be there for days. So thanks for hanging out with me. I always enjoy it. Make it a beautiful day, people. Peace. Peace. In and with love. Draya Love.